Tomorrow, city councilors will vote on whether or not to urge state legislators to end the ban on rent control. News 13's Marilyn Upchurch spoke with the organization fighting to lift the ban and a city councilor about the vote.
The local movement called People's Housing Project has caught the eyes of city councilors. Tomorrow could be a big step forward in their mission.
We're hoping that the City Council votes yes on the memorial urging the state legislature to end the prohibition on rent control.
The People's Housing Project has been collecting petition signatures and demonstrating outside of City Council since January, trying to end the state's ban on rent control.
We're fighting for our rights, we're fighting for affordable housing, and to get involved, and we've had a really good response.
Back in June, KRQE told viewers that rent has gone up 22% from last year. The People's Housing Project says they are tired of rent being raised on tenants as inflation continues to hit New Mexicans hard. They believe local and state governments should protect them.
The City Council should represent those of us who are renting and owning homes, a majority, and allow us to, be on our side for having the democratic right to have a say in how rents are set.
Councilor Tammy Feeblecorn is sponsoring a memorial that would determine whether or not it's the city's role to regulate housing. The council is voting on it tomorrow.
So you're going to see a lot of debate, and I'm not certain it'll pass at the city level, but it starts the conversation.
City Councilor Pat Davis says it's out of the city's hands.
Unfortunately, not everything the city can do by itself. The rent control is governed by the state legislature. There's a law in place that says cities can't interfere with rental contracts. And so that movement eventually will have to land at the state legislature.
Davis says they are coming up with different strategies to address affordable housing. According to Davis, city councilors have funded $20 million in new housing, which he says could go towards buying old motels and converting them to low-income housing.
It's going to be interesting to see, no matter what happens on Monday.
Davis says Monday's vote is really just symbolic, showing that the city of Albuquerque is asking the state legislature to take a look at the state's prohibition on rent. If the legislature changes state law and lets the city do this, every city in the state would also be given the same power. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Marilyn. And the People's Housing Project did successfully get councilors to pass legislation ending discrimination against people who use housing vouchers, according to Davis.